So now all of a sudden, Double Zeta in a lot of trouble. He's gonna trade the Garo for a death here.
Nah, that probably wasn't the right call in that situation, but
But yeah, keep in mind he doesn't have E here, so he's not gonna get bailed out if he gets dished out by some Assault Buster damage. Be able to peel himself away from Cubile, and he's gonna split himself to the other side of the map.
Nice little
We'll see how New responds to this though, because he knows he needs to step up here just to, especially with no Assault Buster coming victory. This is a good time to step up.
Yeah, so, New's gotta go way forward.
Need to take some attention off of Double Zeta, but they aren't really hard committing either because victory is not in the Assault Buster form. He is in it now though.
No, he was.
He's gonna get knocked down with the main sub. Oh, he was? Okay.
HDR doing a good job of staying mobile, hard to hit.
Doesn't have burst, so he's a little bit off burst. And
nice
now he gets it. He gets exactly 50%, so...
Okay, it's anyone's game. He's got an S burst.
Yeah, he got an S burst here. New Gundam is doing stuff with F, man. And he's just gonna crush Cubile with the punches. That's CCAB, I believe. That's crazy. Because he flew from the other side of the map, just runs all the way to Cubile just to get that kill. Basically, Reem just called game there without Double Zeta having to burst there just to get the kill. And they're gonna do a decisive 2-0 on Pure Steve and Glory here, and sending them to losers. Yep. So,
all right, I apologize, guys. Twitch is continuing to have issues for us today. It's definitely not an internet issue here because, as you guys can see, Mufasa, Ojama, and Frog are all remote, and their connection has been super Gucci. And I'm also on Discord, which is super Gucci. So I'm not sure what's going on with Twitch today, but timely when we have a hype tournament that Twitch decides to puke itself. But we are back live here, so. And the connection seems to be holding, so we'll see what's going on. But next up, we are going to have our very first top 8 matches. We are going to get Idolmaster X Vocaloid back on here against Zali and Mr. Jackpot.
Yeah, Zal's also another guy that frequents a lot of tournaments, including Latin American tournaments, right? So he's he plays a lot. I think he's in like practically every tournament, right?
Every tournament, yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? He joins every tournament and he comes top 3. So he's the picture of consistency. He has 2 partners he usually plays with, the amazingly named Haman Foot Sweat and Salt Pepper Seal. Usually when he plays with Salt Pepper Seal, he likes to run either Versago or Barbados, depending on the matchup. So that's what I'd expect to see. Perhaps either a Hot Scramble or a DX from Zal. Assuming nothing crazy happens.
All right, but the next match is, once again, we're going to get Idolmaster X Vocaloid versus Zali and Mr. Jackpot. So...
And all the top 8 matches are going to be on stream. So,
exactly.
Yeah. So I'm excited, man. Oh, it's okay. So Zal's like beat Nitsu and Alucard, because I see Nitsu and Alucard in losers. So they're playing against Jordan Doom and Derpies right now in losers. So that's also going to be interesting to see who comes out of that one. We've got K and Not Bias going to losers. Losers top 4 as well. Or not top 4. Losers round 4.
Yes, I believe that is losers round 4. Yep.
So yeah, even if getting out of losers is not that easy because like there are a lot of good teams that are bumped out to losers. That's just what happens when you have a lot of people who participate in the tournament, right? That there are going to be a lot of quality teams even in losers.
You can see in losers, Mayu and Atlas are carving a path of destruction. 2-0 over Balls and Shafts, 2 over Shiki and Exilus, now going after One Direction. Wouldn't be surprised to see them claw their way out of losers, but then again, you have the Western Canada's counterattack in there as well. Toronto Burst, Alucard, Nitsu, and Pure Steve, who defeated them in round 1. So it's really wide open.
All right,
Yeah,
all the
they're gonna-
players are in the lobby now, so we're just waiting for them to prepare and get into the match.
Oh yeah, would you agree that losers goes through Mayu and Atlas, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, for sure.
you're gonna have to. You're like assuming they don't lose like here, like losers have to go through those. So like yeah, if you know everyone else wants to get out of losers, they're probably gonna have to end up playing Mayu and Atlas. I think.
Yeah, I think that's a fair to say.
Yeah. So yeah, even like losers like a whole different like whole like you can have a whole separate tourney of just like losers.
Yeah.
You'd be like, hey, this is pretty sick.
looking at winners top 4, it's a lot of the names I think perhaps people expected to see, but of course the one person missing or one team missing is Mayu and Atlas, and the success story has been Reem and HDR. So it would be interesting to see how far these guys can go.
Okay, this is a classic team, Hot Scramble and Barbados, right? We see them a lot in previous tournaments as well. This is the team that they prefer. And on the other side, you see double Province again. But like we mentioned, it's the net. It's going to be the F-burst damage that pretty much will determine how successful this team will be, right? The other thing too is that like even though this is kind of a meme kind of team, it's like you're not going to practice against stuff like this. And you see net falling onto Hot Scramble there as well. There's going to be another net likely coming, or unless the net's already been used on Barbados there. So these stagger, yeah, we see the stagger nets coming in. With funnel fences also coming out in return for Hot Scramble. You see another net almost hits. He can't go backwards. Yeah, he realized he couldn't go backwards with the net, so he is able to successfully pull off an AP kick onto Providence there. More APs coming in. So APs coming in from Hot Scramble, and then APs in return coming from Providence, which is pretty crazy. Alright, Funnel Gyros are coming out. They miss onto Providence. KMF gets Providence, but he does get down by Barbados instead. We'll see how much pressure Hot Scramble wants to put out here. He's close to a burst. And he gets kicked by Providence. I would expect an effort to come in now. There it is. CCAP entry gets negated by net and dies.
Got caught up
He's
in the
gonna die from
Goom
the
House.
net, which yeah, he got caught up in the Goom House, true to his name. And KMFK using the burst super onto Barbados. So I think teams are starting to snowball on Team Providence's end here.
Yeah.
Good block from Chicken there.
Turn around, but it all seems still healthy.
Another net on Hot Scramble. There's a lot. They're catching a lot of net value in this game.
Looking like Habitat for Humanity out here. They build in houses.
But I mean, Zal has an F soon. Might be able to turn this around, but he cannot get hit by more nets like this. Like this is gonna be tough to recover from. And he does get hit with another net. Maybe I should just shut up about it. I don't know. But he does get F because of the net here, and we'll see if he's able to put away Team Providence with it. Barbados doesn't say. Okay, so yeah, because Hot Scramble advanced, and I think Providence was a little bit wary of versus Hot Scramble as you should, and Barbados comes in based on that, based on the fact that Providence was just looking at Hot Scramble. So a good read by Barbados there just to seal the game there. So we're gonna have 1-0 up from the side of Hot Scramble and Barbados as we enter game number 2. That game looked close, honestly. Like
yeah, that was winnable, and for either side that was winnable.
Especially with Zal losing F first, in the beginning, it took him a little longer to get the F first he needed.
Yeah. But
so which province do we have? We got KMFK's province.
KMFK is going to tighten his loincloth, look to tighten everything up here.
I can't believe that's like a name you can do in this game. But yeah, first net comes out onto Hot Scramble, which means that there's a second net. They both miss. They both miss this time onto Hot Scramble. I think Zal's very wary now that it's like, okay, like if I don't get hit by these nets, like I think I'll be okay.
We're fine, yeah.
But the challenge is, can you defend against two, right? Especially since they're being used at about the same time. You see the first one, you can see another one. So first net comes in, doesn't hit Zal.
Nope. Where's the
second? Yeah, second net. But like you see though, it's gonna be double net. You see double net on hot scramble, you know, like solely on hot scramble right now. One offense is narrowly hit getting MFK there. But it looks like, you know, sitting pretty at 620. You might see Chicken probably maybe die first, but he's gonna get access to burst earlier. Both nets come out again. Not so, but you see that, like, you know, with not getting as much net value, it's a little bit tough. The one good thing about this province team though is that they're not taking a boatload of damage, despite the fact that these nets aren't hitting. And as I say that, Chicken gets hit with some hot scramble damage there. First comes out from Chicken, and he's APing Barbados here. Saul's trying to cut, but he got Kevin right on him. Net's almost coming up again as well. There we go, double net onto hot scramble this time.
But he's gonna avoid both. Good adjustment by Saul. That's like they're trying to figure out the gimmick a little bit.
I think, you know, they're taking their time to letting the game come to them, and, you know, understanding that the lose con is mostly, well, it's gonna be
running
like,
into houses.
Running into houses in burst, right? And they've been able to like deal with those effectively. Barbados with another good read with the AP extension on the melee there. But you haven't seen a burst yet from KMFK, so he's only gonna have one burst this game. He's gonna have to use it here probably. Doesn't use it. It likes to go for funnels instead. That's why he takes probably more damage than he's supposed to.
Let's go!
A lot of kicks going on. AP kicks from both provinces as KMFK has to walk away here. Chicken trying to be as aggressive as he can, but Barbados says, nope, I see what you're doing, and is able to defensively get out of it.
He's healthy. If he dies, it's no big deal. He's got a lot of health to work with. Definitely an uphill battle.
Oh,
yeah, there it goes.
I was gonna say he might be able to reset, but then bullet speeder from the hot scramble AC able to find its way onto KMFK there. It looked like he was trying to hide through those buildings, just not fast enough there. So we got a 1-1, and it'll be interesting to see like what the adjustment, like if they continue to adjust and make sure they don't get hit by these houses here.
All right, that was the first match of top 8. So next up, we're gonna get Neighborhood Smash, Neighbor Smasher versus Amara Ray and HDR. So.
Oh, don't they have another game? I thought it was.
Let me double check.
Oh.
It's winners losers finals is 3 out of 5.
That's right.
Yeah. So it is it's 2 out of 3. So. Nope.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Okay, man. Ojamin was so still. I thought we lost his connection. I was like, he was just sitting there looking, and I'm like,
wait.
yo, did we lose the connection?
No,
Are we making any resets or like with the connection, or are we okay?
No, we're good. It's not on our end. I can't fix it.
It's Twitch.
Yeah, it definitely seems like it's Twitch.
Right.
So, which is unfortunate, but I will diligently do some more testing. It's this weekend, so I don't know why. It's like ever just once in a while. I've changed 2 servers already, so. So, but let's, you know what, for the sake of it, I am going to restart the stream here, so I'm going to try one more server here.